It is time to make a burlap wreath in the shape of a pumpkin. You will need burlap ribbon in both orange and green, a wire wreath form, some floral wire, a piece of driftwood, and some raffia. First of all, cut a piece of floral wire in a short length, and this will weave through your orange burlap ribbon. Now I'm starting with the orange, but you can start with either the orange or green. Weave it through several times, and then twist it to make it tight. This is the beginning of your burlap piece, and we'll just secure it to the wire wreath form. Now you can secure it anywhere, but be sure to secure it on the bottom so that end is hidden, and we're going to push up through the wreath form, so be sure to secure that on the bottom. Now you're going to start in the very first loop set of the wire wreath form and push up some burlap ribbon into a bubble. Then go to the second, push up another bubble, go to the third, and push up another bubble. Now, the size of the bubbles are completely up to you. The bigger you make your bubbles, the more burlap ribbon you will use. Just be aware of that. So you'll need to push it through each of the three and then scrunch it tight against itself. And then we want to make the next row. So we're going to flip the entire wreath form over, and we're going to twist this burlap ribbon twice before sticking it back through that first gap in the wire wreath form. And then we'll just repeat what we already did by sticking it through and making bubbles 3 times. Then just keep repeating. So stick it through, make bubbles in all 3 of the holes, go to the back, twist 2 times, repeat, make the 3 bubbles, and continue all the way around your wire wreath form doing that. Now you want to leave a small area for the green at the top of the wreath. Now if you're confused about that step at all, you can see an up-close version of that here, where I am twisting the ribbon. And this twist, make sure that it doesn't come out later. So the twist is very important. And then pulling it through to make 3 bubbles before turning it over and twisting it again. So you want to make sure to get those twists in between making your bubbles to make sure that everything is tight and stays put in your burlap wreath. Alright, you might also find that you need more than 1 roll of burlap ribbon. So this is how to join the 2 rolls to continue on and complete the wreath. So just cut a piece of floral wire, overlap the 2 ends, push it through like you did before, push it through a few times, twist it together, and then you're going to secure it to the wire wreath form in some location. Now this will totally depend on where you are in the process of pushing the bubbles through and twisting the ribbon. So find where you are once you reach where those ends are joined, and just wrap that floral wire right around the wire wreath form to secure it into place. And you'll want to do this for any ends that you run into as you make your wreath. So it will totally depend on how many rolls of burlap ribbon you use as to how many times you have to do this process. These are actually the only times that the burlap ribbon is secured to the wire wreath form. Otherwise, it is just held in place by pushing it through to make your bubbles and twisting it before pushing it through to make your next row of bubbles. And then once you get to the end, so you're going to leave room for your green burlap ribbon, but eventually you're going to get to an end piece. So just cut off the burlap ribbon, cut off any excess, and then just repeat the same process that we used to secure the first piece of burlap ribbon, as well as when 2 ends meet. So cut a piece of floral wire, thread it through the end of the burlap ribbon, wrap it really tightly, and then secure it to your wreath form. So both ends will be secured to your wreath form, as well as anywhere where 2 rolls of burlap ribbon join. Once you've completed that, you can actually add your green burlap ribbon to the top. We're going to repeat the exact same process for the green burlap ribbon as we did for the orange. So the process will be exactly the same, just securing both ends with floral wire, pushing the bubbles up through the wreath form, and being sure to twist on the back of the wreath before adding the next row of bubbles. Now, the amount of green you add is completely up to you. There is no rules or right or wrong. So whatever you think looks good, that's how much green you can add to your pumpkin wreath. Now this green burlap ribbon is actually not quite as wide as the orange I was using, but that's okay. You can use whatever width you have. Just make sure that the burlap ribbon itself is not wired, so it doesn't need to have wires running along both sides. As long as you make sure of that, you should be fine and should be able to repeat this process throughout the entire wreath for both the orange and the green burlap ribbon. Now, once you have completed all your burlap bubbles, you will be ready to tie off this green ribbon. You will do that in the same manner as you tied off the orange ribbon. So we'll just cut off any excess, cut a piece of floral wire, run it through the end of the burlap ribbon piece several times. And you can see a close-up of me doing that there in case you're confused about that process. Then twist it tight and then secure to your wreath form. And this burlap wreath, at least the burlap portion, is complete. Now we want to finish it off with a few accents. So every pumpkin needs a stem, correct? So we are now going to add a stem to our burlap wreath to make it look a little more pumpkin-like. So the stem itself is just a piece of driftwood. You can pick this up at your craft store, or you can absolutely just find some floating along a creek or a riverbank. You will just add that. You will just add that to your burlap ribbon with a little bit of hot glue to secure that into place by pushing it down into the green portion so that a portion of it is covered up and a portion of it sticks out for a stem. Once that is complete, you just want to let that hot glue cool just a few seconds for it to be adhered. And then you can just take a few strings of raffia and wrap it around that stem. This step is completely optional, but I think it adds a little something to the wreath. So if you like this, you can absolutely add it.